we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here again. This is Friends with Benefits podcast. I'm Justin. This is Pansy. How you doing, Pansy?
Been better.
Been better. Pansy hasn't been feeling super great today, but she's here. She's making it happen, and that's what you got to do. So I appreciate you being here, Pansy. Thank you for sticking through it. I know today's been a little rough for you. So but yeah, we've got a really cool guest today that I'm excited to bring up and talk about. Pansy and I had a live yesterday. We were talking about kind of the struggle of starting a business, just not even just starting a business, but like trying to better yourself, right? Because it all kind of starts with mindset. And that's what carries you through a lot of the hard parts of building a business and being an entrepreneur is your mindset and what your goals are and all that stuff. But what we were talking about specifically was it always feels like when you're trying to change your life, when you're trying to move your life into a better direction and improve your situation, the universe wants to throw you curveballs, like a lot of curveballs. It almost seems like an a unusually large amount of curveballs get thrown at you when you're trying to better your life, right? And I think if we talk to, I know that's how I feel. And if we talk to just about any successful individual, that's what it feels like in the beginning. You got to push through all that, right? There's I don't know if you've heard of this, Pansy, the School of Hard Knocks. He has a pretty popular Instagram channel, and he interviews really wealthy individuals. If you guys don't know, if you haven't heard of it, go check it out. But
I've heard of it. Yeah.
yeah, and one of the things he asks, just about, I honestly want to say like 90% of the people he talks about, if not more, he asks them this question. He says, "Have you ever been broke?" And just about every single one of them have a story of being broke. And so that's how you know it's a part of it, right? You take these risks, not knowing where you're going to land. And in the business world, you're pretty much guaranteed to fail. The odds of you being successful in business are against you from the very, very beginning. And it's an uphill battle. And so everyone that's been successful in it has gone through that, has paid their dues in one form or another. And when you succeed, everybody wants to know how you did it. And you're amazing and you're brilliant, right? But when you're going through it and you're trying to learn and you're failing, that's what we expected, right? That's what we expect. You're gonna fail, you know? And so you have to have the mindset, you have to have the goals in place. And the reason I'm bringing this all up is because there's a lot of people right now, including myself and others, that are looking for new alternatives, right? New alternatives to make money now. We got into real estate and we were taught about wholesaling, and I'm grateful for my education in wholesaling, but if that's not your thing, if you find that that's not taking you where you want to go, maybe fast enough, well, there are alternatives out there, and we're going to talk about one of them tonight. But I really wanted to kind of preface it with, you know, keep the mindset where it needs to be, keep working on the mindset, and know that when the universe throws you curveballs and throws those things at you, that throws the troubles at you, that you're on the right track. That's a sign that you're literally on the right track. So I'll leave it at that. And without further ado, I'm going to bring up our guest now, Mathew Acosta from BYLD. What's up, Matthew? Of
Hey, Justin, how's
Hey,
it going?
welcome. Welcome,
Pansy,
Matthew.
how's it going? Thank you guys so much for having me on today.
course,
Yeah.
man. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Well, really appreciate it. And I know you're a busy guy. This is Matthew, and I'll let Matthew introduce himself, but he's a business owner, and so he knows what I'm talking about. I'm sure he knows what I'm talking about. But so Matthew, for folks who don't know you, why don't you give us a little bit about yourself, kind of how you got started, as an entrepreneur, and what kind of led you down the road to finding the BYLD Network.
No, yeah, definitely. Man, so going back to being 14, right? At 14 years old, I've always thought I wanted to work. Always wanted to work when I was young, even younger than that. But at 14 is when I really started working. And I didn't work a regular job. I started mowing grass in my neighborhood there to go ahead and start making some extra cash. And my neighbor actually had a pair of clippers, and I started cutting my own hair. He was showing, I was watching him how he cut hair. I started cutting my friend's hair in high school. So to fast forward it, I've actually been a barber for 17 years.
Wow.
And I've owned my own barbershop for going on 10 years now.
Nice.
And been an entrepreneur since. So
Nice.
that's what really my entrepreneur journey started, was I just wanted to work. I knew I couldn't get a job yet because I was only 14 years old. So
That's
what can
cool.
I do? Yeah, I found a way to go out and make some money.
So your friends were like your first guinea pigs there?
Exactly. Yep.
The reason I say that is because I have a friend also that wanted to do hair, and I let her experiment on my hair all the time, like when I was a kid. But she went to school and she learned it, and she does well at it, as far as I know. So, I might have looked silly a little bit, but it helped her out in the long run. So.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. That's a good friend right there.
That is a good friend right there. Well, so and getting started with that, like, because that reminds me of my niece right now. So my niece is learning that, oh, she's really good. She's really good at a lot of different things, but she loves crocheting, and she loves making these really unique designs and crochet, dolls, blankets, you name it, right? But she realized that, like, oh, people actually pay for this stuff. Right. And so she started selling stuff, and we're talking to her now about getting an Etsy shop online and starting to promote it. But that's how you start, right? I mean, for sure.
Exactly.
I think I
Yeah,
had
no,
a
exactly.
lemonade stand at one point when I was a kid, but yeah.
Yeah, I used to sell candies in school as well.
There you
So I
go. Yeah, there you
gotta
go.
buy the bag of a bunch of lollipops and sell them for a quarter.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
you make some extra money there too.
that's what I'm talking about. I actually had a friend in high school that had a t-shirt. He started a t-shirt company, and like literally everybody was telling him it was going to fail, it was going to fail, it was going to fail. And he refused to let it fail. And he got me and a couple other people that are good at drawing and good at decent at design. And so we made some of his first designs for him on some of his shirts. And we went out and sold those shirts, and we got to share in the profits on those shirts. But he actually, like, him and his dad, he had help from his dad, but they actually built a t-shirt company, and it eventually got bought by one of the local skate shops. I think
wow.
they sold it for a decent amount of money because it had been around for a while. But like, that was he eventually sold it after high school. But that's like one of those. So it was probably my first real experience with someone building a legitimate business from the ground up. But that's the kind of stuff they don't teach you in school, man. You just
Oh,
have
yeah.
to, you just kind of have to go learn it. So
Let's get back to his story. I know I'm the one who threw that out there,
no,
but
I
I
was,
like this, getting to know people more, and
yeah.
we
So
don't realize the intricate things that had to fall in place, or however you want to look at it, come together, right?
Yeah.
To be on
Yeah,
a certain
exactly.
road.
No, yeah, and that's how you kind of find your path, right? You start diving into different industries and kind of making your way of what really fits for you, right?
yeah.
So at the end of my senior year, I was already still cutting hair, and at that time I was able to get a job. So I worked 2 years in at PacSun, so
Nice.
retail.
Okay.
I did 2 years there. And that same time, I was actually once I graduated high school, I was still finishing up my last year there, and I was actually going to East LA Community College, working at PacSun, going to barber school, and also working at a barbershop all at the same time.
Wow. Yeah.
And I was like, all right, let me get my degree, see where my degree goes. And I went for business. And then I just realized, like, I don't need to dissect a frog to be in business. So why am I taking all these biology, chemistry classes? Like, I don't need all this stuff. So I ended up just dropping out of college there, and I focused just on barbering. I left PacSun, and I was, you know what, the money that I can make in barbering is based more off of my efforts, instead of waiting for a boss to go and give me a raise or to be able to make more money, right? So
Yeah.
I was like, if I could take the reins myself and do more haircuts, get booked out, be able to make more money. So I took my financials into my own hands, and I took the leap of faith and said, you know what, barbering is where I'm gonna go. And man, I've been at it since. And through my barber career of working at a different shop and to owning my own shop, I knew barbering wasn't the only thing that I wanted to do too. I knew that I wanted to be in different industries. I wanted to learn how to invest or be able to purchase properties and be able to get educated in different industries that's other than having to do a service-based business where I have to be somewhere to actually make money. So along with that mindset, I just knew that I needed to get out somewhere. I needed to start meeting new people and start talking to more people to go and see what else is out there on being able to make extra income aside from manual labor income, right? So through that is actually how I came across BYLD. So through BYLD, this was just about going on about 2 years. Actually, this month is 2 years already.
Wow. Yeah. Nice.
And yeah, this month is 2 years, and we officially launched BYLD with solar and home security products. That's what we launched it with. We wanted to be able to have home services, and our model is you refer out a deal and you get 50% of the commission based off of submitting the deal to the person who's the specialist. So to fast forward that story, this month, actually in November, 2 years ago, was actually when we officially got the okay to say, hey, we can start submitting deals. I talked to my client and asked my client, hey, you ever thought about going solar? It was a 2-minute conversation that turned it to a $10,000 deal.
Wow.
After that, I was mind blown. I was like, what? I was like, all I got to do is have a quick conversation with my client. He sent me his home and his rental property, put solar on both of them, and with the 50-50 split commission, I made $10,000. I didn't have to know anything about solar. I didn't have to worry about sending out the contracts or answering questions. All I knew was the specialist that had already all the experience with closing solar deals and working with homeowners. And I was able to leverage his experience to be able to put money into my pocket there.
That's
After
okay.
that,
So
yeah.
that real quick, that's like really key because so that's really key. People don't realize, so I think people think, oh, I've got to learn all these products, I got to learn all of these things, I got to understand all of this stuff before I can sell stuff. It's like that's one of the big things I love about this whole thing is that literally all you did was just know the person that
Yep.
had a need
Have the resources
and had the resource, but had a need for solar, right?
Yep.
And you just put them in front of the right person, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's incredible. So I didn't mean to cut you off. Keep going, man.
No, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
So that's originally how it started. After that, we started expanding. So from fast forward now, when we look from then to 2 years, the company has grew massively. Within a span of 2 years, we already have 12,000 people in our network of in the community there in BYLD. We now have way more services and education all across the board with BYLD as well. So that's on the direct sales side of things, where if you know anybody that wants solar, home security, water filtration, internet, phone services, all you do is refer it out to the specialist and you get 50% of the commission. That's on the home service side of the business. So what we're doing is we're being able to put people in a position to make extra money just by knowing the person who is looking for it.
Yeah, that's
on top of that. Now we have what we call is the BYLD Academy. The BYLD Academy is just what launched probably about 2 months ago already, and it's been in the works for quite a while. But we now officially got all the trainers and the traders, and we are teaching people how to trade the stock market, how to learn how to trade futures, forex, crypto. What are those different assets in the market, right?
Yep.
And I actually have the privilege of my fiance is actually the educator and trainer in the BYLD Academy.
yeah.
So she's actually partnered with BYLD to be able to input her own mentorship course into the platform. So now anybody that is a part of the community can actually come in and learn how to trade options, how to position yourself whenever there's a market correction. We're all waiting for the 2008 market correction again, right?
I know, and people
So
are
being
talking
able
about
to,
it again. People are talking about it, man, already.
yeah. Oh
So,
yeah. So being
and
able to identify all of those market entries where you can actually put money into the stock market, that's your own account, and take control of your income, take control of your investments on your own, so that we don't have to worry about, oh, is my 401k going to dip up and down? It's like, no, here you get educated. We're giving
yeah,
you an opportunity to make extra money, put that money into a place where it's going to continue to grow with or without your efforts, because there's multiple different ways. There's a lot of stuff out there, especially like on YouTube and Instagram, all these people teaching all these different strategies, right? So what we've been able to do was get a lineup of multiple different trainers and traders with all the education, with the years of experience. My fiance has 7 years. One of our other options trader has 7 years. Our futures trader has 7 years. And I think that's the minimum, because our most experienced one is we have a futures trader that has 30 years experience trading futures.
wow,
Yes.
And
wow,
he input his whole entire course of how to trade futures. What is it? How can you make some money through this, right? He has that implemented in the BYLD Academy. So now anybody can watch any of all these trainings 24/7 on demand. It's in your portal. And you can actually hop on live Zooms with all of the trainers and traders as well, too. We have live Zoom sessions. You can actually watch them live trade these assets as well, too.
yeah,
So if you want to see it in action and and just follow some plays that the trainers or the traders are taking, you can actually be on Zoom and take it with them. It's insane. It's
that's
so much
insane.
information and education that people are taking advantage of, where there's a lot of people right now that actually looking for opportunities like this, but just don't know where to look. They don't know who to trust. They don't know which direction to go. Do I go to Instagram University or YouTube University? Where do I go, right?
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I
the
agree.
problem. That's the problem.
That's something when I stumbled onto the real estate investing, I was looking for ways to grow my money, and it's, and I forgot where I was going with this. You said one thing, and that's,
Yeah, no, I think I know where you're going with it, and there's just so much choice. There's so many people teaching the thing.
yeah, I
right?
wanted to trust people.
Yeah.
So, like, I spent a lot of money and time getting to know a lot of people in the community,
Yeah.
right? So that I could do business with them and feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
So I like where you are going, like the trusting of these people and these companies.
Well, and I can tell you, I can straight up tell you that the education that I'm getting from Matthew's wife, Roxy, is really, really good. And it's she makes it very simple. You know what I mean? She takes options is not necessarily the simplest topic. There's a lot that kind of goes into it. The probably the most technical part of it is the actual technical analysis. But Roxy breaks it down in a way where, she takes you very slow, guides you into it, and is, very, methodical and very clear on kind of where she's taking you in your training, and it's easy to follow along with. So but again, just the power behind what is being taught inside here right now is, I haven't seen anything else like that. And this is the kind of stuff you learn where you can, like you said, you can take your income into your own hands and not worry about someone else managing it for you, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, it's huge. It's huge.
You leave it up to the bank, they're only going to give you what, something disrespectful like a 0
Yeah.
0.00001% every single month or
If
year
you're
on your
lucky.
income.
Yeah,
If
lucky.
you're lucky, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now you're able to take control
Yeah.
back. Forget the banks. You are the bank now. You're
Yeah.
getting the education. You're doing exactly what the banks are doing, but you're doing it for yourself.
I think something that's
huge.
important. I think something that's important to mention about this is that you don't need thousands and thousands and thousands of
Yes.
dollars to get started in this either.
Oh, yeah.
Like that was my impression when I got somebody like, okay, this is cool. I'll learn it. I'll see what it is, but I feel like it's gonna, I'm gonna need to come to the table with like 5, 10, 20 grand or something just to get started. And it's not true. Obviously, the more money you have to work with, the better. But you don't need to start off with that crazy amount of money. You can build from what you have. Obviously there is a limit. There's like a floor that you have to be at in order to trade, because every options trade, at least on the option side of it, is 100 shares, right? So there's going to be certain price points you're going to have to hit, but you don't have to start with thousands of dollars. So that's one of the
Oh
things I
yeah.
really liked about it also.
Yeah,
And
so there's so one of Roxy's students, she actually started with $100 and turned $100 into $10,000
yeah, it's
trading
crazy,
options.
crazy.
Like you say, you don't need thousands of dollars, right? But it's also comes down to a lot of people want to start off with a lot of money because, oh, well, I want to make big money.
Yeah.
But okay, well, you can make big money, but you can also lose big money too if you're not educated on it, if you don't have the correct game plan, if you don't have the right mentorship to be able to manage those finances, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what you do with $100 and how you risk manage that is going to be the same way you risk manage $10,000, $100,000, $1 million. It's the same risk management that goes all across the board.
Yeah.
Doesn't even matter how much capital that you have, because at the end of the day, it's still capital preservation, and you want to be able to keep your money and grow it, not just blow it.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Well, what's cool about the training too is in every trading platform they have sort of like a play money mode, right? Where you can play with, essentially fake money. They give you a real trading platform, they give you real numbers, but you can use sort of fake trades to kind of learn like in real time what you would make, right? What you would actually
Yes.
make if you were to employ whatever strategy you're trying to employ. So that's really cool too. So you get a chance to actually learn without even having to put any money down. You can actually trade and learn the process and the whole thing without spending any money. So then when you
Yep.
finally start to get comfortable, you're like, okay, I think I'm ready to slap 100 or slap 1,000 down and see what I can do with this, right? And it's not really gambling. Everybody kind of attributes it to gambling, but if you actually learn and you know what you're doing, it's not really gambling. It's not the same thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because again, you can put they call them stop gaps, right? You can put stop gaps to, like, no matter what you spend, you're only going to lose this much, right?
Yep.
So it's
Exactly.
it's really really cool. And one of the amazing new things that I'm actually in it right now and learning about it, because again, on the real estate side, we started learning in wholesaling, right? You get told like, hey, if you don't have money now, one of the ways you can get money now, you can build money up and then start buying properties, is to learn how to wholesale. That doesn't fit everybody, right? And I'm not saying trading is going to fit everybody either, but it's another option, and I think it's one of the more powerful options out there, that you can learn about, especially in this community right
Oh
now.
yeah. Oh, definitely. And then
Yeah,
to piggyback off of that, so that's actually one of the add-ons that's coming into Build Academy
yeah, I was going to
is
bring that up too.
yeah, is
Yeah,
the real estate investing,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
We have partners that are already successfully doing it, and they're doing a lot of real estate investments with fix and flips
Mhm.
or whatever it is, right? And they're doing $1 million plus homes.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
remodeling them, they're purchasing them at a fair cost, and they already have a built out course of how to do that already.
Built
So
out
that's
system,
actually,
right?
yep,
Yeah.
built out system and all that. And that's coming into Build as well, too, inside the Build Academy.
You know what I'd like to do? Tell me how you feel about this. What I'd like to do at some point during the podcast, I'd like to share my screen and just show what it looks like so people can get a visual of what the actual platform looks like so they can see it. Um,
Yeah,
but
let's do
again,
it.
so I'll do that here in a few, but I wanted to ask you, like, what was it in build? So you said you started in solar, right? You started, or your first transactions were solar.
Yes.
Did you graduate? Did you start doing any of the other products that they had in there, or how did that go for you?
Yeah, so the way it started, Build started with just solar and home security.
Yeah,
So that was the first product.
Those are the
Average
first one, yeah.
commission was $6,000 to $10,000, and I was like, all right, cool. Let me see who I can find.
Yeah.
And so that was what I did there. I started referring out the solar, and then I actually started closing a lot of deals, and I got really good at it. And I was, you know what? I'm gonna become a mentor.
Yeah.
So a mentor is one where now other people can refer me deals, and I'm the one that's closing it for them now.
Yeah.
So now we just reciprocated the cycle, right? So now I'm able to do what the now president of our company did for me.
Yeah.
And when I first started. So I do the same thing for my people as well too. And
Yeah.
that was just on the solar side. And then there is all of the other products. I didn't become any mentor on those ones. I just focused more on the solar and just referred out all the other deals there.
Yeah, so you can actually pick a niche. You can pick something that really interests you. For example, me, obviously, I'm learning the trading side of it, but also there's a product called Zeta, which is a decentralized internet, which actually
Yes.
pays you in crypto for using it. It's just another like ridiculously awesome thing that I got into. But you know, it's just there's a bunch of stuff like this, and the reason, and I'm really not trying to like pound this down, but the really cool thing about it is that it's just all built out for you. You don't need to worry about. I spent, honestly, for my first year, I spent a lot of time networking and meeting people in real estate, but also spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to build the system out. And that's not what this is. Like, you don't need to worry about any of that stuff.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
literally already, you know, built out for you, which is really, really cool. And I think that, and it's done in a way that's, for me, was just pretty simple to understand. But again, you know, it's go in and check it out and see what you think. But so after you got started doing it, you became a mentor. What did that look like for you? So you started helping other people close. Did you get training on how to close, or was your training just kind of learning as you went, like, and you know, finding people and bringing leads in and that kind of thing? Or how did that look for you to become a closer?
Yeah, so we have our sales trainings, and we have other mentors there that we have Zoom sessions of being able to learn to close solar deals and to get better at it, right? So we had in-person trainings, Zoom trainings. A lot of the experience came from just bringing deals to the table and learning from the mentor that was actually closing my deals for me.
Nice.
So the way that looks is the first 3 deals are referred out to a mentor, and those are split 50-50 deals.
Yeah.
After that, it's then 5 solar deals you close on your own, and you receive the full commission. And then after that, that's a total of 8 solar deals that you completed already. Now you can become a mentor and help other people close.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah, and we have other solar professionals and experts that I was able to reach out to on any questions that I had, any particular details. So we have the foundation of other professionals in the field that was accessible to me to continue to learn. And we all help each
Yeah.
other out, which is the great part about it, because we all want to see each other succeed and to be able to get better at our craft. So we had the
Yeah.
systems in place of the closers, of the training, of the education, the webinars, the in-person, and just all around accessibility to be able to become successful at it.
Yeah, one of my problems, so I joined a mentorship in real estate, and one of the struggles I had initially was like just getting the support, getting the help with stuff, right? Because, you know, we hear a lot about, oh, it's community and we're here to help each other out. And I think people hear that a lot, and I think they're people's kind of BS monitors are really sensitive to that kind of stuff now, right? But and that's kind of what I felt too. I got in, and it was difficult to find people to actually help on things, right? But that's not been the experience with this. It's actually kind of nice that you actually get in, and there's someone there. Like I can contact you, for example, right? If I have a question on the trading thing, I have access to Roxy to ask questions. It's like, and it's pretty simple, right? I don't have to worry, am I going to be able to reach out to them? Am I going to be able to talk to them if I have a question? So you have that actual support built in, which is, and access to the actual people, which is nice. And because look, in real estate, it's kind of like you have something on the table, just like anything, there's a time factor. You got to get stuff done quickly, or you know, someone else is going to come in and swoop it out from underneath you. So when you're still learning and you don't fully understand what you're doing yet, you need relationships. You need people that you can throw ideas off of. You can ask questions to help you get the deal across the table, right? And so that's kind of, I just wanted to bring that up. I actually like the fact that it's just kind of easy for me to reach out to support, reach out to people and communicate with people if I have questions. So yeah. So another question I had for you was, now I know that you've been in this for a little while. How did Roxy get involved with all of this?
Yeah, so Roxy, actually, the CEO of BYLD, she knew him before I met
Oh,
Roxy,
wow.
actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I
Nice.
met the CEO of BYLD, which is Mr. Wences Navarro. I
Yeah.
met him through Roxy, and she met him through one of her other business partners with the trading community she used to be a part of.
Okay.
And so he would always let her use his office for in-person trading events and doing seminars and all of that.
Nice.
So one day he was in the office, and that's when I met him. And from there we kind of just hit it off, and he started breaking down his business plans of what he's going to do and what he's going to create. And that's how we kind of just came into fruition with BYLD, and being able to just see what his vision was actually like 2.5 years ago, to now actually seeing it in real life with over 10,000 people in the community, just growing at a fast pace.
Yeah.
We're all across the globe. We have people in different countries, and it's just insane. So being able to see it start from just a thought and a conversation to now to see where it's at now. And
Yeah.
that's how we kind of got into BYLD together.
Yeah. And that's a good point. It's like now you guys have people in other countries now that are taking part in what this is and helping to grow this thing. So the people that hear about this now, you really are getting, if you actually go and check it out, you're getting in at a time when there's a lot of growth happening. It's kind of getting in on the maybe not necessarily the ground floor, but you're getting on a time when there's a lot of actual opportunity in it, which is cool. I told myself like I wasn't going to join any other mentorships unless I got direct access to the mentor and to the people actually mentoring. Um, and this is kind of one of those opportunities like that, right? At least
Yeah.
that's been the experience I've had. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's really, really cool. So let me do this. Actually, let me ask you another question. If, and this is something I always ask people anyways, but like if you could go back and talk to your younger self now, like what would be the advice you'd give to yourself?
If I go back to my younger self, is to start investing and saving a lot younger and earlier in life.
It's good advice. Good
Yeah.
advice.
And
Yeah.
and look for that as well,
Yeah.
because in life there's so many different distractions, especially for myself being a barber. There's so many different distractions inside the barber shop.
Yeah.
And being able to just put yourself in a position to learn all of these skills at a young age is crucial.
Yeah.
Learn how to start investing into an IUL, and learn about your Roth IRA, max funding your Roth IRA every single year. Learn how to invest it into what stock to invest it into. Skip all the partying, the cars, and the clubs, and going out with friends. And if you could just lock in for 10 years,
Yeah.
lock in for 10 years, 1 decade, and it's probably not even going to take that long, but lock in for 1 decade, and you'll be able to set yourself up for the next decade to come.
Yeah, and you'll be on not necessarily like easy street, but you'll be in a way better position to enjoy the rest of your time, right?
Exactly. Yep.
I don't know. You have to still live.
You
So
still have to live. You do,
Oh
but
yeah. Still,
I
still live, but I think if you have a vision, if the person has a vision of wanting more,
yeah,
then you can set aside a budget to still live, right?
yeah,
But do you have to live above your means, or do you have to
no,
live
I'm saying
right,
though, some of our experiences we're meant to have, and we wouldn't be
Yes.
where we're at anyway.
Oh
if
yes.
we didn't have them. So I find it hard to go back and say what would the advice be to my younger self, because if I did have some of the advice I have now, like a lot of stuff possibly wouldn't have happened,
that's true.
and it could have changed a lot of things, you know, and
True.
I don't know that I would want to change it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think from me asking that question, it's more of a question guided at younger folks, like to help younger people get an idea. So even if, because look, that's what I spent a lot of my time doing. I was hanging out with friends. I wasn't necessarily super focused on one thing or another. It was kind of like I was still trying to figure stuff out.
But
But
that's okay too,
that's
though.
okay. And I'm not saying
Sometimes
it's
we
not
need to
okay,
do that,
but yeah,
you know.
it's just to have someone who's maybe at where you want to be tell you like, look, if you want to be where I'm at, like this is what you got to do, would have been really helpful. You know what I mean? I didn't,
Yeah.
unfortunately for me, I didn't have a lot of like really successful entrepreneurs teaching me at a young age. You know what I
I
mean?
don't think many of us did. And
Yeah.
so this is just a subject I've been thinking about a lot in the last couple days, um, about if this, you know, you think about things that you could have done differently.
Well, it
And
had to
would
happen
you
that
be
way.
on a different path?
Yeah.
But your path is your path, right?
Yeah.
Like there's not much you can do. And to, so
To
just,
change that. Yeah.
yeah,
I agree. I agree with
like
that.
we're just because we're a certain age, right, doesn't mean we're supposed to be at a certain place.
That's
And
true.
everybody's idea of success is different,
Yeah, that's true.
you know. So
I would agree with that. It had to happen and it couldn't have happened any other way. But I like thinking about the things that I've learned from, right?
well, that's what I'm saying. There were lessons there.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can share our experience
yeah,
and hope that people take a little bit easier route, right?
yeah.
Or
Oh, yeah, you
skip
can hope.
some of the things, but at the same time, you know, would we have some of the other things if we took away these things?
Yeah, it probably not, right? The answer is probably not. You'd be in a different spot. But what, so Matthew, do you have kids?
Yes, I do. I have two
Yeah.
kids.
And what are you teaching them about business and entrepreneurship and all of that? Or
All
are
right,
they
right now
old?
they're younger still. They're four and three.
Oh,
And then
okay. So
Roxy
yeah.
has
Yeah, but
Roxy
the
has
sooner you
her
start
daughter as
them,
well.
the better,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, the
Yep.
sooner you start them.
Yeah, so we're a blended family as well. So Roxy has three kids also as well
Oh,
too.
cool.
And
Okay.
Nice.
they're same trading and entrepreneurs is at
Yeah.
heart is already as well too.
Nice.
So
Nice.
my kids they're still too young, but she has her kids as well too, and they're older and they're all entrepreneurs at heart as well too, and they're all finding their way in different areas in life as well, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Love it. I think
That's
everybody
Yeah.
should be an entrepreneur.
I do too.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. And I mean my kids, like with my job, I'm able to do have my kids with me and they're able to watch me be in meetings and be able to watch me talk in front of people and lead a training and a class. So they're able to see me do the things of an entrepreneur. So I'm already kind of instilling that in them already.
Yeah.
And so that way, when once they start getting older, then they start asking questions like, "Oh, what is it that you're doing?" You know, and then
Yeah.
that's when I can start implementing some more of the entrepreneurial skills and spirit in them there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yep. They're definitely paying attention, whether we think they are or not. So,
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, kids are not stupid. Kids are not stupid. We like to think that they don't pay attention or whatever, but they're watching literally everything you're doing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um,
Yep. Exactly.
no, that's great though, man. So I kind of brought up my niece and my nieces and I don't have kids yet, but my nieces are, at least one of them is really starting to understand the value or the value of knowing business and understanding business. And I'm hoping it I'm hoping it spills over to my other niece too. She's doing really well in school, but I always kind of have that conversation with her. Or I try to have the conversation with her about, you know, school is teaching you a set of skills to be able to go and get hired by somebody else. That's what they're teaching you. They're not necessarily teaching you how to think um, creatively from a business perspective. And so you're going to get out and you're going to go work in a career and be dependent on somebody else to pay you, which there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want. But I feel like I truly believe that schools and universities are teaching kids about a world that doesn't really exist anymore. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like you have to have more than just your career now. You have to have that and like a side hustle. Everybody's got a side hustle. You know what I mean?
Your money's got to be making money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your money's
exactly.
got to be making money. That's right. While you sleep, you know?
Yeah.
So you're not trading your time for every dollar that you make. And it's hard, man. Once you've been indoctrinated, you've been in it for a while, it's really hard to change the way you think and switch it over to a business mindset. People think it's like, oh, you can just kind of, I've been in the W-2 world forever and I can just go be a business owner. You can, but you got to remember you have a lot of like bad habits, W-2 type thinking, and it doesn't necessarily translate over to owning a business. And I'm saying that from experience. So anyway, to get back to the build, I wanted to just kind of show this for people who are watching, because the people that watch this are probably going to want to see like what it actually is, what it's all about, from a like a visual perspective. So I'll just kind of show this. Maybe what we can do, Matthew, is like I'll show the screen and you can kind of maybe walk us through the most important parts of it. Like we obviously don't need to do like an exhaustive like walkthrough of everything, but like just the most important parts of it. So here. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the main screen here. So can you guys all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So this is the BYLD network, and this is my main dashboard here. So maybe let's kind of walk through this a little bit for folks. So when I get in here, we have our showcase. We have this is kind of where I can go to look at the different products and see all the different offerings, different products and different services that BYLD offers. Kind of at a click. And then my team, right? I can look at the people that are on my team that are
Yep.
working with me, right?
Yep. You could build out an organization there if you want as well.
Yeah, you can build out your own, or this is like some of the really cool stuff. Like you can build out your own organization, you can build out your own team. And then obviously Omni up here at the top, that is a brand new thing that got brought on. It's a trading an AI trader. So once you start learning how to trade, you can then employ Omni into your trading you know, what's the term I'm looking for? Into your
It's your
trading
brokerage. You could connect it to your brokerage account.
right, and
And,
let it do the
yep.
trades for you, but your
And it does the
strategy.
trades for you.
Right. So
Yep.
you can incorporate it into your strategy. And it'll do the trades for, yeah, it'll do the trades for you. It's just like freaking crazy. And then obviously we got Aventi Travel, which is one of that is our travel brokerage, right? And honestly, my partner Mark has already scheduled booked travel through Aventi and has paid like way less than just about any
Oh yeah.
place else
Yeah.
that you could find. And it's like, it really is pretty cool. But and then obviously this is the main thing, like what you were talking about, Matthew, right? Like all you did was just kind of find somebody who needed solar
Yep. And put
and
it in the leads there.
put in the leads right here. You just plug them in here. I just got to do is click add lead, and I can choose what are the services they're looking for. In your case, it was solar. Plug them in, and they go, and in my case, probably would go talk to you.
Yep.
And I don't have to worry about it, right? I don't have to worry about
Exactly.
do I know somebody that's going to be able to close this deal, or who understands the product, who understands what's going on with this. Don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So that's about as easy as it gets right there from my perspective. And then the BYLD Academy is just where all the training for options trading, forex, and futures trading lives right now. And this is the training. Actually, this is the one I'm going through right now. And you can see we've already done a number. Roxy's already done a number of training videos on this. I think we're at what, like 369. 3, 6, 9,
I
12.
think 14 of them.
14, yeah, 14 videos so far, 14 training videos so far, and she's continuing to do it every Monday. And then we got the Forex trading and the futures trading. So all this from people with like a ton of experience. So I haven't even started Forex yet. I'm about to graduate into that here soon enough, but I'm one of these people that likes to kind of feel like I understand something well enough first before I move into the next thing.
Oh yeah.
So there's that. And then obviously commercial solar leads. This is a little bit different. I forget how that works with commercial solar. Do you have to be like certified for that?
No, so that one you just input all the information for the
Same
lead
thing.
there.
Okay.
Yep, and then that gets sent over directly to our commercial installer, and they're the
Nice.
ones who actually handle everything.
Got it. Nice. Okay. So this is kind of the same thing, just with regular
Yeah.
leads and then commercial solar leads, same idea. Smart Money Club. This is something that's kind of close to my heart when we talk about business funding and just funding in general, but also managing your money. There's training in the Smart Money Club for that. And then the video library, this is what I first got into right here was the video library. And this is like literally everything. It's your training for all of the different products. It's your
Yep.
this one's actually really cool too. The Millionaire Mentorship. You've got some of the top folks in the build community doing weekly mindset talks in here, which is actually really can be helpful. The ones that I've watched have actually been pretty good. Just hearing again, it's just about hearing people who are where you want to be at, right? And listening to them talk about, what it takes to be there and what you should be doing and what where your mindset should be is really helpful. And a daily dose or a weekly dose of that can only really help you.
Oh yeah.
So, and then Rain H2O, what is Rain H2O? Rain H2O is the water filtration, right?
Yes, that's our water filtration right there.
Okay, cool. So these are the training videos for that. So literally, again, it's your own business in a box. Like literally, it's
Yep,
actually it's kind of better than a business in a box because it's literally just you don't have to do any of the setup.
So now let me ask you something that people are probably going to be curious about. Does this cost anything?
It does cost something. It does cost something. Yeah, actually, there's actually a couple ways. Maybe you can talk to that, Matthew, about
Yeah.
the cost of it.
No, yeah, definitely. So for access to the platform of BYLD Network it's a one-time $199 that gets you access to the entire platform. And then after that, it's a reoccurring $99 per month then.
Okay, cool. All right.
$1.99 or $199?
$99, and then it's $199 one time, and that covers your very first month. And then the second month is $99 per month after that.
So let's go here. So we'll go to the main page. If I want to enroll in BYLD, here are the two different platforms here. So this one is as a consultant. That's a little bit different, right? As a consultant.
That one's actually going to be going away there because we have a couple other
options.
A couple other options that are getting updated onto this homepage here. So now it's just going to be the Builder 199, and then there is we talked about the Omni, which is the auto trader, the AI and algo auto trader. That one actually those are 2 extra packs that we're adding to BYLD there. And then now you can choose one of those packs, and that includes all of this while purchasing the auto trader as well.
Okay, and is it so? Just so I understand on the auto trader thing, if they were to come in and pay for the 199, the 199 is a one-time fee, and then it's $99 a month, but you get access to all of the training, all of the trading training, and access to your team, your back office, like literally everything. And then if I want to add on Omni, is that an additional charge?
Yeah, so go back to the other the BYLD page, your back office.
And go back to
and then click Omni. I'll do to the left there. There you go. So Omni, click on get Omni now.
Yeah.
So this one there's 2 different packs. There's a $999 pack, which is $1,000 one time, or the Elite pack, which is $499, and that's $500 one time. After that, then it's either $200 per month or $150 per month on one of these packs. So
Okay.
this one, what you're purchasing is the auto trader.
Yeah.
So this one now connects to your brokerage account and it takes all the trades for you hands off.
Yeah.
So as you're getting all the education through the BYLD Academy, you can now use this to be able to trade on your behalf. So say if you can't wake up in the morning or you have to work and you're going to be missing the times that are crucial to be trading, you can have Omni take all the trades for you.
Yeah. And this
And the
is something-
difference,
Oh, sorry.
yep. And the difference between both packs is that on the $4.99, that one gives you 3 different strategies that you can choose from. Where the Apex, which is the $9.99, that one gives you 7 different strategies that you can choose from.
Nice.
And
Okay.
also, what's great about this product is that it is fully legally compliant with all of the registrations and all the licenses with the FTC. And it's also it has a CTA, which is a commodity trading advisor license. So this is the full package where it's actually legally able to trade your money on your behalf when you connect it to your broker there.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Yep.
For me, like, here's how I feel about this. I'm still learning about options trading and futures and all that stuff, right? I'm still in those trainings right now. For me, it's like, I want to make sure this is something that you do once you get a little bit of experience, right? And you can start implementing it with your current strategy, right? That's kind of how I feel about it. Or am I wrong about that? Is this something I can just, like, while I'm still learning, I can purchase Omni and just see what it does with my money? Is that something?
Yep.
Yeah.
So this one you could set your risk tolerance. You deposit however much money that you want to put in there. You choose the strategies and it trades for you.
Yeah, that's
So a lot of times there's people that just don't have the bandwidth in their schedule to actually trade, but want to actually invest in the market.
yeah.
So we have a lot of our partners right now who are actually getting Omni, so that way they can still be trading, but it's not really them having to manually take all the trades. Omni will take the trades for them, and they're still able to invest.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
That's super
So it's
cool. I didn't
yeah.
realize
So you're
that.
able to use that as an additional tool to be able to trade there. And this one actually is only for Forex at the moment. The next one that's going to be getting unlocked is futures.
It's
So right
futures.
now it's currently trading Forex. So
Trading
for
Forex.
example, what I do is I trade options long term with Roxy, my fiance. She's the one who positions me in the long term field. And then I hop on live with the futures day trader, and then I take trades with him on the futures accounts. And then Forex, I don't really care to learn Forex, but I'll let Omni do all of the trading for me through Forex. So I have my own Forex broker account. I deposited money. Omni is just trading on my behalf. So I'm still invested in each different asset where I don't actually have to learn Forex. I just let Omni do its thing.
That's freaking cool, man.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. So one other thing I wanted to show here was staying connected. So again, how do you communicate with the folks that the mentors, the leaders in the group? Right here, you connect to the Facebook community. They've got a WhatsApp community, so you can direct. And then also, you get the phone numbers of everybody too. We all communicate with each other through text and phone number, but you can get on the email list. So I'm on both the email and text message list for trading. So when those lives go up, they post. I'll usually get an email or a text message about those lives when they go on, so I can get in there and actually be a part of the live and ask questions. And then the calendar here, I just wanted to check the calendar if anything came up. Yeah, so all of the live options trading and BYLD Academy Forex trading is right here on the calendar.
Yep.
So yeah, this is really a pretty cool setup right here. And again, for me, the easiest thing about this was the fact that I could come in here, get access to all this training and access to all the products, and be able to just immediately start selling without having to worry about putting together a CRM, worrying if I have like people to close for me. It's just immediate. It's just set up immediately, ready for you to go. So
Exactly.
yeah. Well, listen, Matthew, I really appreciate you coming on here and sharing this with us. I know, again, Matthew's one of the leaders in the group, and he's been in BYLD for a while now, and he's done really well for himself in here. And I think for those that are watching this that are looking for a different option, something that can help you build actual residual incomes, that's what it's really about. That's what
Yes.
like if you really want to get down to the meat and potatoes of it, it's about building residual income, and the way you build your team through the way you build your own team through build is the way you actually really make that happen. Can you make money on the side and just selling some of the stuff? Yes, you can actually pretty easily. But again, it's really up to you guys what you want to do. I would suggest coming and giving it a try and seeing where you get with it, because it really is. If you can't make $1 in here, I don't know what to do for you. Like, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at with it at this point. But
All the
just
resources are there.
all the resources are there, and for me, what I would say is, just like in real estate, you really want to get focused on one thing and get proficient at it and get good at it before you go all over the place. Like it's easy to kind of want to do all the things, but that's all I did. I came in here and I focused on trading, right? Which is right here in the Build Academy, the training videos for trading, for options, forex, futures. And that's what I'm focused on. And then for me, I also did Zeta. So I started learning about the Zeta platform, which I'm not going to go too much into. It's a decentralized internet that actually pays you in crypto, which is really, really cool. But I learned about that and I started, talking about that as well. But I'm really honed in on the trading piece. So that's where my focus is, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So
Yeah. And then while you're on that page as well, too, when we look at the pricing, right? My fiance charges $1,500 per month for a mentorship course.
yeah,
That is all those options trading videos that are in there already, that are implemented within builds. She's giving everybody that's in the community live sessions Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays are at 5 p.m., Thursdays are at 4 p.m.
yeah,
And all those recorded videos get stored in the back office.
yeah,
So she's giving a steal of a deal just herself. This goes for all of the traders in there as well, too. There's some traders that same charge $2,000, $3,500 per month, and they're implementing these videos inside of the build community. So that way now people have access to it and they can choose whatever asset they want to learn, but at a fraction of the cost, like a super fraction of it. They're able to
yeah,
have access and live Zoom sessions with each and every single trader there.
yeah. Well, you know what? One other thing I wanna bring up with this is, let's say you join this thing. Let's say you join this thing and you're in it for a year and you don't do anything with it. Literally at the end of the year, Build gives you a free vacation on them worth, like, what is it, 4 grand,
Yep,
4,000?
about $4,000.
And you
It's
get
a voucher up to 4,000 from 6 to 8 nights, depending where you choose and anywhere in the world.
Yeah, like that's so I really want to go to Greece. That's where I want to go.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's what I'm planning on. So but I mean, literally you come in and you stay in for the year and you don't do anything with it at all. You make zero money. You're still getting a $4,000 vacation on Build, which
Vacation
is
voucher.
like, I
Yep.
don't know where like who else is offering that, but I haven't found anybody yet. Um, so yeah, but this trading education, again, like his wife charges her now, it's a women's group, right? That she trains,
Yeah, she has a women's community. Yep.
women's community, and she charges them $1,500 a month to learn this
And
information.
she's helped her students already leave their 9 to 5 to be full-on day traders, to have more time with their family, to spend time with their kids, and to finally own their freedom and actually be able to make money anywhere and everywhere in the world, where a lot of the times they go travel and trading and they just love it because now they bought their time back through a skill that they've learned that they can take anywhere.
Yeah. And again, like, is trading for everybody? No, trading might not be for everybody, but you have access to all the other trainings in here as well. So just keep that in mind. And again, it's all built out for you. So all you got to do, like, you don't have to worry about building I mean, there's education on building funnels and doing all that and setting all of that up, but like, you don't need to worry about any of that.
Yep.
Ultimately, you don't need to worry about all of that. So, and it's set up for you from the very beginning. So anyway, that's what it looks like on the front end here. Obviously for folks that are on this call, I'll leave the link, but I'll put the link in the description as well. And if you have any questions, just DM me about it. But I'm in here already and doing stuff in here. So, and it's been like hugely valuable. So I'll leave it at that. And Matthew, again, man, I can see we got some people that joined the call, but I really appreciate you jumping in here and sharing your experience with BYLD with us. That's pretty cool. And guys, if you guys have any questions, I'll just leave this for, we'll edit this part out, but for the guys that are on here right now with us, you guys have any questions for Matthew? I know you guys kind of jumped in a little bit towards the end, but if you have any questions about BYLD, feel free to raise your hand and ask Matthew about it. That's what he's here for. But if not, we can probably call it. I think we're about an hour in right now, so I think we can probably end it. But yeah, man, I really appreciate you. So
Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, you could put my Instagram handle like in the description, and that way if anybody has questions, you could reach out to me, you can reach out to Justin, and we could get some questions answered. And if there's anybody that if maybe not you, but maybe somebody who can take advantage of this opportunity. At the end of the day, we want to be able to change lives, put people in a position to make extra money, and be able to have an ace of spades in their back pocket where they talk to somebody and they know they can provide value to somebody else.
Yeah.
And they're able to change somebody else's life through something like this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I honestly, and I'm not just saying this to say it, I haven't seen, like, I've looked at a lot of these different platforms, these different affiliate programs and all that stuff. Everybody we talk to, everybody's got, up to their eyeballs with affiliate stuff, right? But it's not, this isn't like any of that I've seen, that I've found. So let's put your Instagram in the chat really quick for the folks who are here.
Yep, I'll put it right here.
And I wish I didn't come in so late. That looks like a really cool product.
Yeah, man. It's all good, Michael. We can talk about it later, man, if you want.
It'll be also on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, we'll throw it up on YouTube and there'll be a recording of this. So
okay, awesome.
cool,
Matthew,
man.
I'll go ahead and follow you on Instagram. I gotta start posting more stuff. I got absolutely nothing on there. But if you see Michael Foster just messaging you, that's obviously me.
Yeah, perfect. So from what you heard so far, what did you like best of what you heard?
Why don't you bring him up, Justin?
Yeah, let me bring you up, dude.
It's mostly curiosity, because I feel like I jumped in the call so late. I looked at my phone and I saw November 14th, but I read it for today and it said 6 o'clock. So I'm like, cool, I'll be in time, right?
I know that's on us, man. I know we kind of the podcast happens at kind of random times right now because we're trying to accommodate guests and their availability. So, but yeah, that's kind of on us. So
yeah, well, it's all good. It's all good. You gotta work around people's schedules, and that's always going to be true. But
yeah, we appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you jumping in, man.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you guys having this. My question was that, so the trader is kind of when I jumped in, it looks like you have a lot of different products in there. But I was curious about the trader. Is it trading based off of an algorithm? Is it feeding the feed live to an AI? Like, how is that kind of working?
Yeah, so we have Omni, which is our own trading app. And that one has strategies in there that are AI and algorithm ran, and also ran by a human as well too on different strategies. So that one connects to your broker and is able to take trades on your behalf. But in the BYLD Academy, now the BYLD Academy is actually live traders who are actually teaching you how to trade the stock market from A through Z. What is that asset? How do you open an account for that asset there? What is all the terminology? You can hop on live Zoom sessions with them as they teach the courses there. Everything's stored there in the back office. So if you missed one, you can always go back and rewatch it. And you can also hop on their live trading sessions that are Monday through Friday for each different asset. So we have Forex, options, and futures, and you can hop on with the trader to actually take live trades with them.
Yeah, Michael, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm learning options trading. I'm just sticking with one. I'm not going all over the place. Just learning the options trading thing, and eventually I'll probably implement Omni to do auto trades for me. But all of those trainings, all of the trading academy trainings are right here under the BYLD Academy. So like right here under this. So if I go in there, it has all the education, all the videos. So far on the options, they've got 14 total training sessions. Forex has got 19, futures has got 21. And yeah, the guy, what you said, the guy doing futures, what, 30 years experience doing this?
30, yep. 30. The
30
one
years
that's in there right now is 7 years experience, but we have another trader we just introduced
with 30 years
last
experience.
Saturday, and
Yeah.
he has 30 years experience, and he's actually going live this coming week with
Nice.
his course implemented into the BYLD Academy, and going to be live trading Monday through Friday, where you can actually take trades with him,
Yeah.
and you could make some money.
Yeah. And one of the things that led me to BYLD is because we were talking to a lot of agents, we were talking to a lot of wholesalers and a lot of people on the real estate side. And where BYLD started off with was solar and essential services like solar, water filtration, mobile and home internet, things like that. These things that renter or landlords might need, right? So that's kind of what attracted me to it, because like, why not have this whole system on the side for you to provide additional value to like your agents that you might be talking to, or your wholesalers or people like that. So it's just kind of for me, it started as just kind of an additional value add opportunity, right? And so, and then on top of that, they've also got Eventi Travel, which is we've already booked flights and stuff through Eventi, which and I tested it out because I wanted to see like how much I was actually going to save. So I actually went and gave it the test, right? Just to see. And I did. I think I saved something like 35% on what I
Dang.
would have, what I would have paid for the same trip. So, and it's just there's a bunch of things like that. So again, it's essential services is where they started, and then they recently added the options, the trading platform, and Omni, the auto trader, or the AI auto trader. So that's just been recently added. Now, the next thing they're adding is real estate. So they're now bringing in wholesalers and real estate investors who have actually been successful in that industry that are teaching people exactly what to do, right? On that side of it. So it's going to all be in here. And, I did not join BYLD thinking that stuff was going to be added on, right? Like I had no clue that they were adding it, but this is kind of like how fast the industry is moving, how fast they're moving. So yeah, that's basically it.
Oh yeah, there's so much
Yeah.
constantly being added on. Like you think AI is booming, but you see how it's how it's changing other industries, and it's like, wow, I didn't even know that this motorcycle could catch on fire and do all this magical stuff.
Yeah,
That
you got to be careful what you actually believe nowadays. It's
oh
so
yeah.
there's so much of that,
Everything's
and
so AI generated.
everything's AI generated. Yeah,
Uh,
I'm
I'm
good with that.
embarrassing myself on YouTube.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah,
You're
so
good.
you have my Instagram handle right there in the chat, so you guys can go ahead and give me a follow, and then if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out, and we can always hop on with Justin and I, and that way we can get you guys' questions answered, and we could do a deeper dive if you guys are looking to do get some more questions answered, or see what else we have coming into the BYLD Academy and the BYLD.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. I know I
Yeah.
don't want to keep you too long, man. If you need to jump, you can jump. We kind of we went a little bit long, but I am going to end the live. And for those of you guys who are watching, I really appreciate you guys, everybody who joins us and supports us. Thank you guys. If you like what you're seeing, like and subscribe. It does actually help us, believe it or not. So yeah, and we'll be on.
Give us some feedback.
Give us some feedback
So.
for sure. Yeah, like and subscribe, give us feedback. It really does help us. So, but we'll see you guys again next time. We're trying to keep it at the same time every week, but we have to accommodate guests, so it's gonna be for now, like gonna be at different times. But anyways, check us out. We post in the Facebook group, join the Facebook group and get updates, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks again. See you guys.
Awesome. Thank you guys.